You know, it would be an actual tragedy to have an Austin playoffs without Jonathan Jablanowski on that stage. Yeah. Pistol shots on bridge from Jam Young. He'll find the first kill, and when he goes back to look at what he knows to have been a pack of players, there's just suddenly nobody here. Two of them drop down into the canal. We've got Mercury catching a kill over towards E-Box. Jam Young's going to come running down at the back end of this FaZe attempt. And now with Frozen on 1 HP and Simple on 69, feels like TYLOO pick up this pistol. They're going to try to push down Simple. Don't get too crazy. They'll gun
a pretty face, that G. He actually is playing the game at a very high level, bringing TYLOO to the next level. And you better believe the pop-off's going to be, they're going to need a lot of ice cream for G if they win this. But okay, Simple gets his revenge.
Yeah, reminder of who else is in the server. Thanks for the cover. Thanks for the money. Now let's see what gets held onto, because you got Simple and Rain with those Desert Eagles. A few Glocks to serve up a distraction. Attackers just got you stuck against the wall, but Rain gets his. Simple had already gotten one. He's going to need another. But he gets bested by the MP9s. Very quick retake here out of TYLOO. Yes, Mozia has to offer up the site and the bomb plant and the money that comes with it, but TYLOO's retake looking swift.
Yeah, that was awesome. It's not going to be an easy Anubis whatsoever, even though it was great.
What you gonna do about this, Kerrigan? Met by a smoke, the flash will send him and a teammate through it. That just catches Mercury entirely off guard. I'd say it catches all of TYLOO off guard, because now they're already smoked out of this bomb site. The pace that comes in with that execute.
That was so awesome.
Intimidating execution at a FaZe clan in their first gun round. Still TYLOO holding numbers strong. Lee's trying to change that. He gets burns out. So, taking a look at mid though, is Jam Young. Crossing that bridge. And Elige looking to find him, but you gotta be careful with the nades. Jam Young peeks in front of it.
Yeah, he had the lead off. Oh, and he gets away.
Hell yeah, he does. That's just gonna make it so much more awkward to try and throw out that same E-Box play from the round prior. So Kerrigan will sit on his side of the smoke.
Yeah. TYLOO do not put him in like that a lot, so I'm not surprised they got out. Yeah, another solid flash.
2 kills nearly line up for Kerrigan. Luckily, he's got Simple right with him, so they will get the better of the E-Box regardless. And look how quickly TYLOO are just trying to get onto the scene. Meanwhile, Rain's going to find a completely vacant A site, so clear path for the bomb to come join him.
Yeah, Mozia has no idea.
Mozia gets in at the right time. What about weird timings? No, sir. Rain going to make sure he cuts him off. And so FaZe Clan looking very comfortable. Rain's going to go even deeper to really be the nail in the coffin here of round 4.
You know, it's kind of weird, but that lead-in into the A site is like what we were missing in the last stage. A lot more teams are going to be figuring out how to do that, and they're going to use it a lot more often. More full execs towards the A site, but Rain knew when they were going to have to pull a guard. And it's another moment where even though they get the kill on the push on mid and it feels like they've slowed down this attack towards E-Box, Kerrigan still calls it like right after, and it's still a surprise, and the flash still hits, and they still make so much progress. It's very different to what TYLOO have seen so far playing here at the major.
Terrorists win.
That he can handle it.
Crawling up on this deagle in Jam Young's hand. Will serve Elige well. He gets his revenge from that bridge push around to go, but as they're trading utility, it's Rain to slide up into the offer. So you confirm that one gun is still inside A. Bomb is inbound regardless. Elige doing a good job of just peeling pressure off of middle, and he'll join forces with Simple to just make sure they don't run into that op. Makes total sense. FaZe Clan seizing the moment.
Another perfect mid-round. They know when the site's open again. TYLOO playing around the perimeter.
Bomb has been planted.
Gotta love FaZe, man.
Oh. Uh-oh. This off was never a guaranteed save, and so it gets...
They're still going to probably feel pretty comfortable. TYLOO, however, this could be their golden chance.
Gonna run down G, whose op is posted. A little too confident there, FaZe Clan, thinking you get away with A main control. TYLOO had the bodies in the right spot.
Yeah, that was a crazy change-up.
Yeah. I mean, you got to try to play with the pace. I can see it.
Trying to figure out a way to make that sound great.
You have to change things. And my advice would be change them again.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
Unless they can still somehow get into this B site, because honestly, Alicia's kill, we get this rotation coming over, but it's just a little temple scramble met by Smoke to double up onto the platform. Good shooting here from Mercury. That second rotator, though, gets popped by Elige.
Big duel one for Elige.
That's a huge headshot. Jam Young opted to go for the long flank as he crossed the bridge.
It's long, but it's also quick.
Bomb is planted. No stopping that. Frozen actually goes unnoticed standing here on jail, and that's going to lead Elige to die, but Frozen had the more health, so of the two players to have a chance to clutch this is even better. Frozen gets off of the site, and that bomb planted on full display, ready, right there for him. Just don't get hit by the op. And so as G taps it with no kit, Frozen doesn't bite. Oh, he is thinking skinny. But as he runs out, he gets toppled. G's going to jump right back on. 10-second defuse.
Okay.
They think they've got it.
That one's looking pretty close, but also secured here for G. Nice clutch. I'm wondering from G's perspective, could he see a sleeve? The rest of the attack is coming in.
And he's got a smoke grenade for camera, so that's going to frazzle them. They may not have thought he would do this, but now they are suddenly just running back into cover. Little swing, and a third player pushes down. Elige gets the kill over towards Bricks, carrying the first blood, and it is three separate members of FaZe Clan to just smother this site with blood.
Got caught totally out of hand. I think there's a point where Kerrigan's like, well, I have guaranteed clears on a lot of things that we need to know are open, and even if the CTs are going to rotate in, if they're just going to run on the side of this wall, like, that's fine. They're letting us out of the choke point. And it's the perfect storm. Oh, little tap there from Rain.
Rain's playing at the major, which means he might just pull off an MVP performance. Back to back. 3-1.
Okay.
That must have been it. Looking for the 3-0 here in Austin. But you got to start with getting into this site, and G's got other ideas. That's Kerrigan dead over on the bottom of the ramp at Canals. So a lot of map control here for Ty.
So constant. I think TYLOO are just constantly second-guessing themselves. Like, okay, well, there's nothing here now. It might be A now. And the last thing you want to do is overreact.
Mercury kills Simple, so confirmation that there's still something going on outside B. We got Rain versus Attacker here inside of E-Box. And Mercury looking for more on long. Will finish off the little that was left of Elige. Rain just gets him to stand up into the corner. Limited options there with the Molotov behind him.
Yeah,
and so
zoning.
At 30 seconds, we do still have a chance, but it would need to be the 2v5. And as they stalled out for just a second there, it's what's opened the door for Jam Young's flank to arrive. He drops the first few shots.
Very well done here for TYLOO. They're keeping this game super competitive. I mean, 4 rounds each side. Someone call that winning.
Missed shot this time, but Attacker's got it. He'll lay down the law with a triple kill. Yeah. Only Rain's answer back. Weren't able to pull off the 2v5. How about a 1v5 for the Norwegian? 2 kills deep. Bullets whizzing by. None of that hit him, dude. This guy is like a ghost. Gone with bomb at a minute 20.
I think he might know there were 3 people there, so he's immediately turned around.
Odds he wins this?
Odds 50-50, I'd give it.
He does or he doesn't. The better question's, how does he win this? The moment finding a path through middle with nothing to hold him back.
I mean, it's always a great late round option.
A real gangster wraps B.
Unless they try to come in through mid and Rain now knows they haven't. It's not worth guarding late when you have this many players. So he's in the middle of all of them.
Yep.
Infiltrating the defense. The B side is technically open as it stands.
And there's no trade potential here for TYLOO.
You would wish he had a smoke to work with. G's not turning around. They are paranoid about everything except for the position that Rain's in.
Has just enough time to clear dark as well.
And if he clears this out, he can plant for it, which gives him another out.
Just doesn't give up the shot to G, who's still worried about CT spawn, and he goes for the temple plant. It's the direction he came from.
G, did he see that?
Oh, I don't know. G's walking up along the wall.
Well, he knows where he's got off to now.
Rain's
has
going to go
be
for the
handed
kill.
off.
Tries to get it up into temple. Missed few shots. You'd think that could be the costly error.
And they impressed even more somehow.
Flash in on Kerrigan. He's going to hold on to the corner. Good headshot to attacker.
Oh, they really want to get rid of him. How many times does this fight happen awkwardly for TYLOO?
He swings. Does a bunch of damage to Mercury. Can't hang on to it. Missed chance for Elige there. Down through camera into what wants to be an A split. He'll take the temple kill instead. And again, Mercury was tagged up by Kerrigan at the start of all this. He tries to get off site. That'll catch him off. Rain's going to get the trade back at least.
You don't even know which way they're going to turn.
Worried about the A push, has reason to be. G throws himself out through the doorway and ends up leaving Mozia in a 1 versus 3 clutch attempt.
I think G underestimated how confused FaZe actually were about what was going to happen next. Too many kills happened at the same time. They hadn't totally committed over to B just yet. And Mozia wondering, how can he pull this off?
Well, first kill only takes 26 damage in return.
Well,
not bad, but time, obviously. He's walking away from this one. It's going to be FaZe Clan, 6 rounds.
A level of team play that they weren't used to in the last stage, and yet TYLOO are also passing tests themselves. They're putting up solid holds. Mercury, as an anchor, is putting up a...
Attacker's going to find space outside B site. It's nice to see TYLOO not playing these rounds scared. Still getting active. Whether these risks pay off or not, time will tell, but Frozen punishes for the first one. Missed the off shot. Oh, that's a critical one for G to not collect. And Kerrigan doubles down out through E-box into B. One-man army looking to join up with Frozen, who caught the flank. But still, FaZe, they don't run away with it just yet. They'll hold a second. As you'd anticipate, TYLOO coming over to this B site just in case. FaZe decide to put that bomb down. Frozen peeking into players, throwing nades. Looks to just pull it apart before they really get it going. And FaZe Clan gonna end on a strong...
Feeling this fine day versus Heroic, of course. But as the half plays out, 7-5, still up for grabs.
Elige from behind the doors with Berettas. A little delay between the next fight, but with fire down in front of it, he's going to try to lock it all down. Other ideas, though, from the TYLOO squad. G gets the kill back and disengages to the bridge, but they don't actually just jump immediately.
Solid move.
And Simple also goes with the kit buy in the pistol. This is new Simple. So selfless. Oh, beautiful tap out of Rain. Simple's going to slide onto the angle. He wants in on the gunfight. He's got to be careful because Rain just took a bunch of damage in response. Him and Simple both wounded. They're waiting for Frozen to come bolster this. Make sure you can play man advantage and trade if you're going to be low health. But bomb in the hands of a player means this is TYLOO getting frantic, getting swarmed. You've got Rain back with another headshot. Low health. Flash out from Bridge. Simple, who's not playing lights out. Puts a nade on him. And he hears a whole pack coming. That's Elige with the A4 looking to get into the action. Simple makes sure he sprams down. Rain holding on to the A site, gonna operate on his own. Such a mercenary in that regard. And Rain has got it all wrapped up. Poor Kerrigan almost gets hit by the tech.
Always moving it forward.
Man, I can't help but smile when I see Simple's having fun playing Counter-Strike. Back on LAN at a major.
Trust me, it won't be forever.
Yeah, okay,
Trust me,
fair.
it won't be forever.
Nothing ever is. Elige with the triple kill. They mitigate it by putting Frozen here on the B pillar.
Assisted push here for Elige. And he gets by the window. They're watching it though. Jam Young, nice one.
A couple times now Jam Young's got Elige's number.
Yeah. Yeah. Both mid players.
Eric can take up the responsibility of middle so that he can throw himself into that A site alongside Rain. And Simple's going to go for the fountain position while the smokes are still up. Oh no. Oh God.
What was that?
TYLOO.
Uh-oh. Jam Young going down there. No fears of a lurk now. Simple in the right spot. Still chatting.
M4A4 in front of him, eats the flash. Rain under pressure, lines them up. And Simple gets that third player in, so one's afforded to cross onto the site, but it's not the bomb. He should know that. He's just worried about the heaven climb up, and he's got a reason to be. Attacker takes a position up inside smoke. Simple's gonna dive this, isn't he? Will he? No, he just changes position.
He doesn't even see this. Okay.
Shoots Attacker in the back, takes the pistol out, and now G's gonna have to get himself 2 more kills, but Frozen's got other eyes. 2 rounds from it. And, of course, Legacy, the other 2-0 team.
Yeah.
Frozen and Kerrigan gonna lay this one down.
Oh, man.
No chance at an entry here whatsoever, even with some upgraded pistols. Look like they just had Glocks across the board. 1 Desert Eagle kill comes through.
Just a...
And if FaZe Clan can get to a Shanghai Grand Finals, then FaZe Clan can get to an Austin Grand Finals.
Well, yeah, because they also got to the Copenhagen Grand Finals.
That's true.
They actually haven't missed the CS2 Grand Finals.
Maybe, just maybe, that keeps on rolling. Right now, 5v4 inside of the B site. TYLOO trying to stand up to the test. Mozia gets it moving forward.
Not bad.
And he'll find Kerrigan onto the platform. We go to 20 seconds here. Man advantage for TYLOO with a bomb plant. Rain just slams
like
the
a
bullet
4
through the
damage
edge.
headshot.
That's his counterpart dead. Rain's going to keep moving forward. He's been on an absolute tear all day long. And this map in particular, he does have low health, and Jam Young's got a very interesting position, clearly going to catch them off. And he puts down the Molotov, but dropped to a quarter HP, and that